High in the northern cliffs, where the air thins and the wind has a voice of its own, one climber made a single mistake. A step, a slip, a sudden drop. And for the next 6 hours, the mountain held him between life and death. The day began quietly, cold but clear. He was experienced, confident, and familiar with the route. The cliff had no reputation for danger, but danger rarely introduces itself. Small warnings were there. A loose stone, a weakened anchor, silent details that would later decide everything. For the first hour, the climb was routine. Steady breathing, controlled movement, the kind of silence climbers trust. But the mountain had different plans. One misplaced step, a shift of weight. Gravity reacted instantly. The rope caught him, but at a brutal angle. And now he was hanging 800 feet above empty air. In the first hour, the shock blurred everything. His shoulder burned. His ribs throbbed from the impact. He tried to stabilize himself, but every movement tightened the rope. He called for help, but the mountain absorbed his voice. With the blood flow restricted, numbness spread through his right arm. Cold wind drained his strength. He tried to pull himself up, but the rope only cut deeper. A strange quiet settled in. No birds, no echoes, just the sound of wind slipping through cracks in the rock. He realized rescue might not be coming, not because they didn't care, but because no one knew he was here. In the fourth hour, cold and pain began to twist his thoughts. He imagined voices calling his name. He imagined footsteps. But every time he focused, there was nothing. His legs trembled uncontrollably. His shoulder had gone numb, and the daylight was falling fast. They passed within 30 meters, close enough to save him, too far to see him. In the 6th hour, a rescue team noticed movement on the cliff. By the time they reached him, he was half conscious, frozen, barely speaking. He survived the mountain, but the mountain stayed with him. In the final hour, his strength faded. The cliff did not pull him down, it simply waited until he could no longer hold on. In the wild, danger doesn't always roar. Sometimes it waits, silent, patient, unseen.